Hello and welcome to Wisdom Included. I'm Shelley Carney. This is a collaborative gathering place, especially for women, to share personal stories, support, and advice, wisdom included. I spoke with courageous and innovative women at the Women of Light Convention, including Albuquerque Mayoral candidate Michelle Garcia Holmes. Michelle has an extensive background in crime prevention as a former Albuquerque Police Department Crimes Against Children detective and the Chief of Staff for the New Mexico Attorney General's Office. Her priorities are crime reduction and prevention and a stronger economy that offers more jobs. Throughout her campaign, Michelle has connected with women to hear their stories and has come to appreciate their passion to help others and to improve their community. She has helped women's voices be heard on important issues and constantly urges everyone to vote and get involved. Hello and welcome to Wisdom Included. I'm Shelley Carney, and I am at the Albuquerque Convention Center at the Women of Light Convention, and I'm speaking to Michelle Garcia Holmes. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm terrific. Thanks for asking. And tell us your story.
Well, I actually am born and raised in Albuquerque, and I'm running for mayor of Albuquerque. So that's my story right now. I'm on a grueling campaign trail working to become the mayor of Albuquerque. We have a lot of issues in Albuquerque: crime, economy, joblessness, and I'm here to work so I can try and network with women, talk to them about some of the issues, and hopefully win for mayor and work hard on our issues so that we can turn Albuquerque around. We truly need to turn Albuquerque around. It's one of the best places to live and best places to raise kids. It's so beautiful. So many things to do here.
Well, it's a difficult challenge, isn't it?
It is.
And what do you think is your number one priority should you become the mayor?
Oh, the number one priority definitely is going to be crime, tackling the crime issue. You know, I want to bring in new leadership to the police department. I want to increase the police department. We need more officers on the streets to answer calls. We also need more investigators to investigate the crimes that are occurring in our city. And I want to collaborate. I want to collaborate with our state and federal partners. We want to get these bad guys off the street and get them prosecuted. That's the number one thing we need to do, because once they get into the court system, a lot of issues are taken care of. A lot of issues like drug addiction. That's how a lot of these individuals end up in the system. A lot of different issues that are occurring in our city too. Child abuse. We have a lot of poverty, human trafficking, drug dealing. It's going to be a tough job, and I have a law enforcement background. I served with APD for 20 years, and I served another 8 years with the Attorney General, and I really think that's going to bring a lot of benefits to the mayor's office, having that experience under my belt.
Absolutely, and it helps people to know where you're coming from and that you do have that inside experience, so know that you know what you're talking about.
Well, thank you. I hope I can bring all that experience to the table. Election Day is October 3rd. I'm not sure when you'll air this video, but it's really important to vote. We have a very slim turnout for the mayor's race, and it's so sad. Just a very few small group of people elect the mayor for Albuquerque. So I want to encourage people to vote in every election. It's really imperative that we get out the vote, not only for this election, but every election. We have school board elections that are very important. We have bond issues that are on the table. We have a sick leave ordinance that's on the table right now for this election. And I want to talk a little bit about that, because I see this convention center filled with small business owners, and that sick leave ordinance is going to be very tough for small businesses in our community. The way the ordinance is written, it's very problematic. It opens up business owners to civil liability. It's going to be basically an adversarial process, because the mayor is going to be tasked with enforcing the ordinance, and the ordinance cannot be changed as it is written. It's sitting up in the Supreme Court right now. It's a whole second page of the ballot. I'm hoping the Supreme Court comes with a very good decision and takes it off the ballot and sends it back to the writers to say this needs to be written in a more constitutional fashion. It's actually unconstitutional the way it's written right now. And I'm not into growing government. Yes, we want to increase the police department, but I'm not into growing government that is going to be adversarial with our small businesses in the community. I think that would be terrible for our economy and terrible for our families in our city.
Well, thank you for talking about your run for mayor. Now let's get into the convention.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what right. What do you think is one of the most important things about attending a convention like this?
You know, it's the networking, the women you meet, the women in the community. You know what resonated with me with the Elizabeth Smart presentation during our lunch hour was she talked about every woman having a story. And I've been saying that along the campaign over and over and over again, because until you meet someone and you hear their story, you know, you look at them and then you know where they come from and you know why they do the things they do, or why they're in the business they're in, or why they're working for the nonprofit that they're working for. You see their passion. And I just love that about people. I love to see their passion. I met a group of young ladies just a few minutes ago after one of the sessions. Actually, it was DJ's session, which was really, really super cool. But the young ladies that approached me, they work in the area of human trafficking, and they save women on our streets. And just their passion, and you can just see it in their eyes. And that's what I love about these conferences, is meeting those type of women who are in our community working tirelessly every day on those type of issues, helping our youth, helping our young women. When you work in those kind of fields, it's tough. It's not easy. It's not an easy task, but you have to have passion, and you stick to it when you have passion. Yeah.
What do you think are some of the most difficult or challenging things about coming to a convention like this?
Not being able to make it to every breakout session. That's what I'm going to say, because you want to. One of the ladies that was having a breakout session on body language. And I really enjoy those type of breakout sessions. You know, being a police officer, we've had a lot of training on body language and interviewing skills and things like that when you're talking to offenders. And so I really enjoy hearing the new techniques or new ideas in that area. But I wanted to go to that class and I had to miss it. So I think making every wanting to attend the breakout sessions, and almost everyone it's a well done conference, because I really did want to attend almost every one. Yeah.
So what do you think is important about being in those presentations in person?
As opposed to maybe
seeing them online.
Well, Q&A. And you know what's really interesting is looking at the audience interaction with the speaker. I really enjoy that. That DJ, let's talk about DJ's presentation. She did a presentation on what type of person you are and what type of bird you are. And yeah, personality, eagle, peacock, dove, and owl. And it was so interesting to see a lot of the women in the audience and the interaction and what they thought they were and what DJ thought they were. And everybody's a little percentage of something, right? I mean, that's kind of how it is. But it was interesting. And I think the interaction and being able to, be involved in the Q&A is maybe, you don't get to do that if you're watching it online. But still, watching it online is still going to be interesting for sure.
And our last question is, what would you change or add to today's experience?
Oh, my. I can't think of anything offhand other than maybe... I just love talking to all the people. I've had a really fun time just interacting with different people at their booths or people at the lunch hour. And that's kind of, women are talkers, right? We love that. And that's kind of what I like, is maybe having a little more time to kind of network with certain types of women that maybe are interested in politics or interested in small business, maybe having kind of a little breakout session specifically designed for women who work in certain fields or who are interested in certain topics, where they can just kind of have a networking session and move around and meet each other. Because I think that's one of the most important things that come out of these conferences is the meeting each other and knowing who's working in the field and then promoting that area of their passion, right? Yeah.
That's an excellent idea. We should make sure we talk to Andrea about that.
Oh, and I just want to throw a shout out to Andrea. Good job, girl. The best. One of the best conferences I've ever been to, and so well attended. That's just amazing, amazing. When I get to the mayor's office, I think Andrea and I are going to have to work hard together to bring women in our community together to try and achieve some of the goals I want to work on. So you're the bomb, girl. You're the bomb.
Well, thank you so much for speaking with us today, Michelle.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me. Thanks. Appreciate it.
And that's Michelle Garcia Holmes running for Albuquerque Mayor. And thank you so much. And thank you for watching. I'm Shelley Carney with Wisdom Included at the Albuquerque Convention Center. If you'd like to learn more about Michelle Garcia Holmes and her campaign for Albuquerque Mayor, visit her website at michelleformayor.org, and that link is listed in the description below. She also has a Facebook page you can like, where you can give her your support and encouragement. Leave a comment below if you have been involved in a political campaign and tell me your story. If this is your first time here, please take a moment to subscribe. I'll continue to post new videos several times each week featuring personal stories, support, and advice, wisdom included.